3 is the future.
And with that, we've made it to the end of another Warrior 3 podcast. Jedi, we thank you again for being on the show. You can find the podcast at c3.gg/podcast, dropping every Wednesday morning at 3:33 a.m. Eastern on all the major platforms, including Spotify, YouTube Music, and Apple Podcast. I'm Ray. Dan puts this all together. Our theme song is by Caster Garden, and for our executive producer, Joel Willis. Have a good day, everybody.
Boom. Mission accomplished.
We did it.
I think we tripled your episode time from
All right.
from our previous 33-minute target.
Well, and it was fun because I was looking at these and I was like, these games aren't as in depth as
these are 8-bit
a lot of the
nonsense.
I mean, yeah, but we just sit and talk. That's what this podcast has become. We sit and talk and chat.
Like I said, you'll be a few weeks out, but I think it'll be a good one. So
yeah,
good, man.
Yeah,
all right.
It was funny because I'd asked several other people. I was trying to think of some people that might be way further down on the list, and everyone I asked, they were like, I don't know if I want to back. I was like, okay, well, if you let me know. And then finally I was like, I've got lists together. Hey, let's do this. Let's do it.
I was just excited that we get to talk about how great Wii Sports is for everybody to try to talk down Wii Sports. Crazy
that
people.
Was the other, and what I was excited about when I made this list, I don't think any of these games had been talked about. And since then, I'd heard Mario Kart Wii, but I was like, man, these are games I love and I want to talk about. Nobody's talked about them.
I'll take 90% of the time that we talk about these games, a second, third, we've talked about some of these games 20 times probably. I need to go back and look at the podcast list now. I need to do that now, but
probably gotta tell some people to update them. I don't know if everybody's updated their list.
I don't know if everybody has. So, but even
I don't know if I
according
made
to
mine.
what has been done on here, we've talked about Mario Kart 8 11 times. I don't think any of those conversations have been duplicates. We talked about Fortnite 6 times, and that's conservative on Mario Kart. That is a conservative. Breath of the Wild, we talked about. No way we've only talked about Chrono Trigger 3 times. That's impossible. We've talked about these games. Super Mario World 3 times. Nope, not true. Final Fantasy 7 twice. Nuh-uh, not even a little bit possible. And even Mass Effect 2 shows 2 times. No, I can think of 6 times we talked about Mass Effect 2. So there's no way that's the case. But none of these conversations have been the same from any of the others. So Bray's usually the one who ends up. I feel like he deals with that more than I do, and he always masterfully handles that.
Yeah, I mean, unfortunately, we know most people to some level, one way or the other. So there's, you have some background to ask your questions about. I asked Mario Kart questions, and it's like, oh, well, you started here, right? So what's your perspective this way? I had Mickey on, and his Mario Kart questions are all, you play this at a high competitive level. What does that look like? It's just different. It's different versions of this, of how to do these games.
And then you go into these conversations and you find out your Zelda 2 conversation ends up taking some turn into some kid's dream LARPing dungeon that they had in their basement. You're like, I guess we're pivoting where we were going with this conversation.
Oh, we had the conversation last week about a video game that somehow ended with, a arm fracture.
Oh,
nice. We play video games. I was like, yeah, that broke my arm. It's like, how does this relate to video games?
So it was good. So I almost have a similar crazy story to the lightning story. I was in my house.
See, this is why I don't stop recording, Ray.
Oh, did you stop recording?
No, I don't stop recording.
Oh, okay.
I never did.
Yeah, no,
never stop. Oh, ABC, ABR. He'll always be recording. No, go on.
So I was in our base. We had one of those tri-level where you walk in on the main floor and then
it
to
splits
the
up
right
or
you
down.
could go up or down. And so the downstairs was one of our family rooms and had the TV there right by the window outside. I'm sitting there playing games. And all of a sudden, everything lights up and I hear right outside the window. It didn't come through the game system and shut, but I remember. And so when he told that story, I was like, what? No way.
But at
that
least,
almost happened to me, but I didn't get struck.
But at least you had a window. He was in a windowless basement.
I
know.
Hit
through the radiator.
That was crazy, but I remember I did not hear the thunder, but I heard the electricity of it.
Light travels faster than sound, and you saw it right there.
And it was like, whoa. And so when I heard that story about it went through the gaming system, the electric, and struck me, that was like, no way. I got lucky, but that was crazy. So yeah, so it was almost a repeat story, but I didn't get struck.
Now, if we end up with a second lightning strike story, I'm not sure. We probably have to call it there, right? We're done at that point. All right, gentlemen. Well, it's after midnight, and God knows when I'm going to be going upstairs.
Oh my goodness,
to.
it is.
One kid ended up sleeping on my head all night, and my neck and back still hurt. So God help me if I have to do that again. That's why the neurodivergent gamer club is important to me, to let me know I'm not alone. And
our 2-year-old's just hit a sleep regression the past week, and he's screaming his head off. Just like, I think he's just trying to see how loud he can possibly scream.
Look what I can do.
Yeah, it's like, because sometimes he'll just stay laying in bed. Like he'll just stay laying down and just scream for the fun of it. And I'm like, and my wife, she wakes up and I'm like, you gotta ignore him. Like he's fine.
Mm-hmm. It's when they come into your room, get in your bed, and then do it.
Yeah. I'm like, he's fine. Yeah. Leave him. Plug your ears. It's on purpose.
Well, fare thee well, gentlemen. Jedi, thank you for your time, sir. Excellent job. Thank you.
Yep. Thanks, guys. See ya.
Channel 3 is the future.